Most fans of the Scooby-Doo franchise recognize the iconic team of Mystery Incorporated: Fred, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy, and his famous dog, Scooby-Doo. However, one character often met with mixed feelings is Scrappy-Doo, Scooby's overly eager nephew known for his puppy power and determination to solve mysteries. In Season 2 of Velma, Scrappy-Doo makes a significant entrance, but this time he takes a much darker turn. Instead of being the irritating sidekick fans often remember, he emerges as a villain wreaking havoc in Crystal Cove, driven by a twisted backstory that reveals the injustices he faced during his creation. Who was the original Scrappy-Doo? Introduced by Hanna-Barbera Productions to revitalize the declining ratings of Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, Scrappy-Doo debuted in 1979. His character shifted the focus away from Scooby's human companions and showcased his more boisterous personality. Known for his relentless fighting spirit and eagerness to tackle villains head-on, Scrappy brought a new comedic element to the franchise. Although he appeared in numerous adaptations throughout the 1980s, his character was often viewed as a liability. Fans appreciated his energy, but many found his antics frustrating, as they frequently disrupted investigations. Despite mixed feelings, Scrappy became a staple of the franchise, even appearing in crossover shows and animated films. Velma's new interpretation of Scrappy-Doo. In a bold move, Velma reimagined Scrappy's origin story, giving him a darker and more tragic narrative. As the teenage sleuths delve into a string of gruesome murders in Crystal Cove, they uncover ties to Project Scooby, a military initiative from the 1970s aimed at using teenagers as weapons against anti-war protests. The project ultimately resulted in Scrappy being transformed into a monstrous creature, created to infiltrate youth groups while concealing his aggressive nature. Voiced by Jason Mantzoukas, Scrappy retains his iconic catchphrases, but his delivery is unsettlingly off-kilter due to his brain being manipulated. He becomes a terrifying figure, systematically targeting the men responsible for his creation. The military's attempt to distance itself from this monstrous creation adds a layer of intrigue and horror to the story, as Scrappy struggles with his predatory instincts and the loss of his humanity. The complicated relationship between Velma and Scrappy. As Scrappy goes on a rampage, he ultimately kidnaps Velma, confessing that he isn't the real killer. Instead, a masked figure reminiscent of Jason Voorhees is behind the murders. This revelation complicates Velma's feelings towards Scrappy, as she grapples with the remnants of the cute character she once knew against the horrifying reality of what he has become. Scrappy, now the puppet master of his situation, seeks out his creator, Edna, hoping to reclaim his identity. Edna, who had previously worked on the military project, becomes an essential figure in Scrappy's quest for redemption. In a twist, he sees her as a means to an end, wanting her to provide new bodies for himself and the Brains, teenagers who survived the project but lost their original selves. Scrappy-Doo's tragic journey. The tragic element of Scrappy's character comes to light as he expresses a desire to escape the role of a killer and the burdens of his violent past. He longs for a new life free from the expectations of being the military's weapon. This portrayal adds a layer of sympathy to a character historically regarded as a nuisance. In contrast to his previous villainous representation in the 2002 Scooby-Doo film, where he was portrayed as power-hungry and egomaniacal, Velma offers a grimmer and more graphic portrayal. This darker interpretation resonates with the show's overall subversive nature, showcasing the complex emotions that drive Scrappy's actions. Ultimately, Velma redefines Scrappy-Doo's character, exploring themes of abandonment, the search for identity, and the struggle against one's nature. As he grapples with his monstrous legacy, viewers are left to contemplate the complexities of a character once dismissed as merely annoying.